Kings play before the hometown crowd, and we've got it for you live here from Sacramento, California. Hi, everyone. This is Kevin Harlan. Alongside tonight, Greg Anthony and Stan Van Gundy, with Allie LaForce reporting from the sidelines. Looking at Sacramento, they want to turn it around after the loss to the Clippers. Here's Halliburton, and it's good, 2 points. Tonight, and I'm looking forward to this, Greg, we're going to see the speed and the skill of NBA guards. Two of the league's best going head-to-head.
And when I think basketball, I envision guards pushing the tempo, taking threes. The modern NBA has a lot of talent. The pace has never been higher.
Yeah, that's great recognition by Alex Caruso. Saw the turnover and sped ahead of the defense for the score.
And Brunson gets it to go.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Here's Barnes, and it's Barnes slapping it down.
And this kid has hops. Barnes gets airborne there and slams it down.
Let's go to the sideline and see what Allie LaForce has dug up for us. Allie, take it away.
I had a chance to catch up with Doug Christie. One player he is worried about in particular is Scotty Barnes because of the way he affects every phase of the game. You need points. There he is. You need a stop or a big rebound. He's got you. Anything asked of him, he can do it at a high level. Back to you.
And Allie, thanks so much. Screen by Zubac. Here's Brunson. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
And defensively, if you are not on point, Brunson more than capable of finishing inside.
Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. That's on Jalen Brunson.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
Impressive rise for Trey Murphy. From a no-star prospect stand in high school to now showing flashes of star potential in the NBA.
Well, look, Kevin, there are guys like that, and Trey Murphy's been one of them. And what you don't know, certainly when they're in high school, is how much of a worker they are, how coachable they are, and how much improvement is out there for those guys. With Trey Murphy, it just hasn't stopped.
And Doug Christie wants a timeout. This now will give him a chance to discuss some potential changes.
One more time for your Sacramento Kings street team.
Halliburton deciding where to go with it. Clock at 6. There's a screen. Over in the corner, Chandler. Rebound by the Kings.
Well, the defense just dared him to take that one. Poor execution on their part, but they got lucky.
And he just elevates and powers in the one-hander.
Textbook. And it's the Cavaliers with the ball. Sacramento making their last shot. Now, here's Halliburton. Cleveland needs to get a shot off here. Fires away from way outside. The Cavaliers again can't hit. It's Brooks on the wing. Pass to Zubac. Now, here's Portis. And the Kings check on 2 more.
Well, Portis is very comfortable in the mid-range. Probably more so than in the paint.
And great offensive firepower for the Kings. But you know what, Stan? They know they got to defend.
Well, their head coach, Doug Christie, made his bones at that end. But it's on these players to execute, and that'll be the challenge.
The Kings leading. Here's Brunson. That shot missing. Cleveland with the ball. Halliburton for 3. That's basket number 2 with his 3rd shot off to a fast 2 for 3.
even for Halliburton. That is deep range, but this guy has the skill to make those.
And there's the foul. It'll go on Tyrese Halliburton. That is his first foul of the game. Cavaliers on the to the middle. Here's Klingon. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
Oh, good luck against Klingon in close. That's where he makes his money.
Pass to Claxton. Here's Barnes. We've got 22 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Halliburton. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
Brunson with it. He has 5. Carter left side. Got it off in time. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. It's all tied in Sacramento. We've got more in store for you right after this. And it's been a pretty even game here after one quarter of play. And looking at what we've seen from Sacramento so far, guys, what do you think?
Throughout the first quarter, they did a great job of just running the offense.
Yeah, and I love to see this kind of communication between teammates. Great player movement, great ball movement.
Pass to Klingon. Out to Brunson. There's the pick. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Carter. Diving in. And it's Halliburton with the rebound. And when Tyrese Halliburton entered the NBA, Greg, scouts were worried about his shot release point.
It's definitely lower than you would teach, but by the same token, that's why he gets it off so quickly, making it a tough shot to contest.
And playing the way the floor is spaced now, how much would you enjoy playing in this current environment?
I'm lacing up my kicks as you say that. It would have been a lot of fun. But not only do you have more room to operate, defenders practically, they can't touch it.
I'm sure they don't want to send him to the line. That has to be in their scouting.
To the paint. And stolen by Caruso. Here's Halliburton. Great D that time from Martin.
You got to finish at the rim right there. You hate seeing those opportunities go to waste.
Inside. A nice shot by Klingon.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
We play just over a minute of basketball here in the second quarter. Pass to Barnes. Screen by Hart. Just 4 to shoot. Jalen Brunson grabs the miss. Brooks right side. Halliburton with the steal. Right now, let's take a moment here to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sidelines.
Thank you, guys. Scotty Barnes letting everyone know. He said, I'm a great defender. I feel like it doesn't really get talked about enough. I guard whoever, 1 through 5. That's what I pride myself on and what I'm ready to do every time I step on the floor. Kevin, back to you.
A tone setter for sure at that end. Thanks so much for the report, Allie. And Doug Christie wants a timeout. He's going to take a minute here to get things straightened out.
Way to go, everyone. Let's hear it for you. Substituting on the court.
We're now about 2 minutes into the second quarter. And the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen.
And guys, point of emphasis for the league is to really crack down on illegal screens.
Yeah, and yet we still see it a lot. It's a tough thing to police.
And timeout call by Kenny Atkinson. Coach is going to talk some things over with the team. Might be seeing something to adjust. The Kings trailed by 3. And in 2028, Cleveland poised, GA, to welcome the WNBA's 16th franchise.
Reviving the name and branding of the Cleveland Rockers, one of the W's inaugural teams that folded back in 2003, soon back on stage after a quarter-century hiatus.
And there's a whistle. That goes on Dylan Brooks. That's foul number 2 for him.
And that's foul number 2. And maybe you don't sit him at this point, but you really have to be careful to not pick up another beforehand.
And there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul, shot misses. He'll be shooting 2.
Yeah, and Chandler, a difference maker defensively. The shot blocking, the controlling of the lane. He also gobbles up those rebounds.
Hey, Greg, they dropped the interim tag for Doug Christie, as he's now the permanent head coach of the Kings.
Well, we'll have to see how permanent that is. The 5th head coach in the last 7 years. That seat is always hot in Sacramento.
Takes the 3. And then Chandler with the jam.
Oh, he got fancy with that one.
Yeah, maybe trying to give them the momentum boost they need to break this game open. Brunson with it. Guarded now by Okoro. Down low. Out to Brunson. Here's the screen. Shoots over Okoro. And they call an illegal screen here.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
Yeah, and that's maybe something that should be called more. We see a lot of moving screens in today's NBA.
And Doug Christie wants a timeout. He's going to take a few moments here to check in with his team and regroup.
For your Sacramento Kings breaker. That's right, crowd. Your 916 crew.
And the Cavaliers making a change here.
Once again, for your 916 crew.
The Cavaliers leading. Halliburton outside. To the inside. Stolen by Zubats. .124 left to play here in the half. And the wide open shot from Green. Again, the miss by the Kings.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
That's just a great pass. Excellent vision to see the open spot in the defense and lead it to the score.
Anthony on the wing. Pass to Clowney. And going out of bounds. Last touch by Barnes.
You love the pressure he's putting on them. Almost had that steal.
Yeah, deflections are a stat that a lot of teams track, disrupting the offense's rhythm and flow. The defense gave him a little space, and he took advantage.
Barnes the screen. Here's Halliburton. Shot clock at 5. Inside. Knocked away. It's stolen by Green. Pass to Zubats. Sacramento moving it around. Outside, Green. Can't hit from the elbow. Nobody near Barnes. And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Cavaliers lead by 1. Time now for the halftime break, with the third quarter soon to follow, right here on 2K Sports. Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. The Kings trailing. Carter with the screen. And a wide open look for Portis. Drills the baseline jumper. Portis has got the first field goal of the second half for Sacramento. And Terry Rozier, a combustible scorer, coach, who competes on the defensive end of the floor as well.
Great point, Kevin. I mean, Terry Rozier really made his career at the defensive end of the floor. He developed as an offensive player over time in the league, but he made his name and got his playing time based on what he did defensively.
Yeah, heard the whistle and then kept his focus and able to still knock it down.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. And there's the foul. We're going Alex Caruso. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
Brunson with a clean look. And the space there, but it's offline.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Pass to Caruso. 6 to shoot. Halliburton on the wing. Halliburton, good look inside.
They are just killing them on the interior.
To the middle. Here's Carter. And the rejection by Claxton.
And with that miss, they're just 1 for 4 to start the third quarter.
And so it's Carter who brings the ball up for Sacramento. 4-point game. And following this one, they'll take on the Hornets in New Orleans. And that'll be the first of a 2-game road trip for them. No good from Zubac. And so it's Cleveland with it. They've only allowed 2 points so far here in the second half. Here's Halliburton. 10 points for him. From downtown. And Trey Murphy hits from deep.
3 points.
Now it's a 7-point Cavalier lead.
And making 3 of their first 4 shots in this half is a strong start. Now it's about growing that momentum.
Pass to Portis. And stolen by Barnes. And here is Caruso. Shot clock at 6. Back to Barnes. Here's Caruso. Defended by Portis. And they force the shot clock violation. Great team. Both teams deciding to change it up. And Doug Christie wants a timeout. He's going to take this chance to talk to his guys.
Sacramento Kings 3.
Second half of play, and we're 3 minutes into the third here.
2 minutes remaining in the third.
Brunson scanning the floor. To end the drought, Brunson being aggressive.
They didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
1:37 left to play in the third. Here's the drive. Halliburton outside. 5 on the clock. And it's Sacramento with the rebound.
Yeah, he hasn't had the best night from the field, but his teammates have had his back.
Here's Portis. The shot from the low post is good. Now just a 3-point Cavalier lead.
Yeah, when Portis gets the ball down there, he goes to work. Bobby has a nice blend of touch and size.
To the right side. To the paint. It's stolen by Barrett. Portis the screen. Here's Brunson. Brunson goes for the soft.
Amazing floater from Brunson. He continues to show how dangerous he can be.
Down low. .24 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Pass to Caruso. Trying to find Chandler. He's got it now. Goes back up. It's rebounded by Portis.
Suffocating defense to keep the layup from falling.
Here's Carter. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. We're at the end of the third, and we've still got a close one. Cavaliers ahead.
The Cavaliers, 28.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. And we got a timeout called by Doug Christie. He's very aware of the timing here and the significance of getting things squared away with his team. Now, let's take a minute to talk to Allie LaForce courtside. Allie.
I was able to listen in on what Doug Christie was going over with this team. He applauded their shooting and their shot selection, saying, we're taking the right threes, not forcing anything. Keep doing that, and they'll continue to fall. Makes the game easy, doesn't it?
And as always, Allie, great job. Thank you. Back to Brunson. Carter right side. 6 on the shot clock. Shoots over a Coro. Portis. Now to Barrett. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation.
Well, that one stings. In a game where every possession counts, he just gave one away.
And Kenny Atkinson calls timeout here. And that timeout by Coach was carefully measured, wanting to make sure that everybody is on the same page here. And the Cavaliers with possession here. They lead by 1. Pass to Barnes. Clock at 6. Chandler a screen. It's stolen by Carter. And here we go. Brunson heading to the hoop. Jalen Brunson kicks off the break. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for the Kings.
Well, they've shown just outstanding effort defensively, and it's resulted in several forced turnovers.
And also, they've made it a point to push it off turnovers. They're playing smart and alert, capitalizing on mistakes.
Back to Brooks. Pass to Brunson. Fires from the wing. That one wide left.
Well, I'm surprised that didn't fall for him. We know that's a shot he can hit, and there wasn't much resistance either.
Now here's Barnes. A three-pointer is right on target. Barnes has got 5 points now this quarter.
Really in a good position thanks to the accuracy from beyond.
And Doug Christie has called a timeout. Clearly, he's got something his players need to hear, and immediately. The Kings trailed by 4. Last quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now. In the corner, Barrett with it. That falls. Nice feed that time from Brunson. Barrett's got himself on the board with 3 there.
Over the years, we've seen Barrett expand his range.
Now, Halliburton. Now Claxton. Stolen by Brooks. And here's the fast break. Barrett leading the way. Got a piece of it. Claxton with the steal. Halliburton outside. Now Claxton. Cleared away by Brooks. And just about 3 minutes through the fourth quarter here. Down low, gets it to go.
And he lives for the moment. Brunson playing his best during crunch time.
And here's Halliburton. Outside, Caruso. Claxton. Oh, what a finish. We can expect a dramatic end to this one.
Yeah, no quit by either side, guys. Neither team willing to give any ground.
Barrett takes it inside.
I like that. Pivotal moment in the game, and Barrett showing some mental fortitude.
We've played just over 3.5 minutes now in the fourth quarter. Halliburton.
And how about the commitment there from Halliburton? Sticking with it and getting himself to the line.
He drops the first one, and that ties the game up. And so both free throws good that time. That puts him ahead.
Well, they needed those. He stayed calm and got it done.
Now here's Brunson. Brooks. A three-pointer. Good.
And this is why Brooks is out there. Amazing watching him come up in the clutch for his squad.
Halliburton with it. Picked up by Barrett.
That is world class.
Yeah, and I can say from experience, his coach just breathed a huge sigh of relief.
And Kenny Atkinson calls timeout here. The magnitude at this juncture in the game clearly warranting a timeout. Misses. And here's Brunson. He'll bring it up for the Sacramento Kings. Carter drives it. Cleared away by Hart. Game could be on the line right here.
It's now or never.
Jacks up a three. And it's off.
Well, the defense got lucky there. More often than not, he's making that shot.
Brooks a screen. Outside Brunson. Carter fires. The three goes down.
Well, this is what he does. A proven scorer in the clutch.
And Kenny Atkinson calls timeout here. No doubt he is feeling the importance of this moment right now. What do you think Coach's focus is going to be here?
And it's do or die time. They need a bucket here to stay alive.
Yeah, the clock is their enemy, and they know it. We'll see if they go for the tie or try and get a quick one.
Substituting on the court.
Halliburton with it. Lets loose a three. Misses the three. So it's the Kings taking the W in a close one. That was a fun night of basketball and fabulous finish as they continued to wait out until the very last moment to seal it.
And there are so many times when you see these tight games won at home, that advantage of having that crowd behind you oftentimes is the ultimate X factor.
And that'll do it, folks.